Hello, my name is Sophia Nguyen, and I will be talking about the effects of tracheal mites on bees. CER. Question: how do tracheal mites harm the bee colony and cause CCD? Claim: tracheal mites, if spread throughout a colony, can make it harder for the bees to function. Evidence: tracheal mites harm a bee's flight activity and decreases its lifespan, eventually leading to death. It can spread from bee to bee through contact and infect the whole colony. Reasoning: the mite's ability to spread throughout a colony, harm its ability to work, and possibly kill some bees, shows that it negatively impacts how the colony functions. Background: bees. Common name: western honeybee, bumblebee. Genus: Apis. Species: Mellifera. Bees are the most important pollinators on the planet. They have special adaptations which help them pollinate plants and collect nectar to make honey. Bees pollinate plants and provide food for other animals. Colony collapse disorder. The definition of colony collapse disorder is a disorder affecting the honeybee colonies that is characterized by sudden colony death, with a lack of healthy adult bees inside the hive. Factors: pesticides, parasites, diseases, and climate. Specific focus: tracheal mites. Genus: Acaripes woodi. It is a parasite. The tracheal mites are able to attack inside the bee's trachea and feed on the bee's blood. They are able to spread by contact with the bee. It must move from one bee to another every 24 hours or the tracheal mite will die. Effects on the environment. By killing or damaging the sole pollinator, tracheal mites waste the resources given by plants for consumption. Without bees, fruits and vegetables would decrease by a large amount. With the infection of tracheal mites, the bee's ability to fly is affected, resulting in crawling bees. This slows the process of pollination and honey making, therefore is bad for the environment. Once a colony is infected, it stays infected. Scientists can only stop the infection from growing. Current research. Since mites die every 24 hours unless they transfer onto another bee, more bees are infected by them. The mites spread from bee to bee, affecting every bee it touches, including queens, workers, and drones. Bee scientists have discovered a connection to the muscle damage in bees to tracheal mites. Tracheal mites feed on the bee's blood and negatively affects the bee's flying ability. Mites can spread all over a continent in about 5 years without the treatment. Research-based case study. In 1984, tracheal mites spread from the north of Mexico to Texas. In order to restrict the mite spreading, 43,367 bee colonies were destroyed. The mites ended up spreading, resulting in high colony losses in the U.S. through 1986 to 1989. In Pennsylvania, beekeepers that had infected colonies lost 31% compared to those who only lost 11% with no infected colonies. Human impact. Role in ecology. Positive impact. Humans found a way to lower the amount of tracheal mites. They used menthol to kill mites without harming the bees. Negative impact. The reason of fast spreading tracheal mites was because of commercial beekeeping. Tracheal mites are still there, resulting in more money for treatment. Reasoning. The evidence relates to the claim that tracheal mites, if spread throughout a colony, could negatively impact the function of it, because the tracheal mites can create problems in a bee's body, which impacts the bee's usual workload. The tracheal mite can also kill the colony it infects if the colony is not treated. This shows that the process that the honeybees go through are slowed or stopped when they are infected with tracheal mites. Conclusion. Claim. By infecting a colony, the tracheal mite can make a negative impact on the bee colony and the environment around it. Evidence. Scientists found that tracheal mites damage a bee's muscles and flight after infecting it. This affects the amount of work bees can do. Also, with the flight damage, bees can only crawl. The tracheal mites, if bees are not treated, can kill the bee colony they have infected. Reasoning. Since tracheal mites harm bees, damaging their muscles and killing them, the bee's work that is put into pollinating is lessened, and the function of the rest of the colony is negatively impacted. Overall, tracheal mites, if infecting a colony, disrupts the regular function of the bee colony. This is my bibliography.